Man, I'm a minute early. Good morning.
Extra we get, right?
Nope. Starting now.
Doug, you were
6 minutes.
Doug, responded that you were willing to point out the kind of the flaws of the offense. Upon watching the film, was it as bad as it looked?
Again, it's never as good as you think, and probably never as bad as you think. There are some things though we have to clean up. We just weren't in sync. And I give credit to obviously to the Jets. I mean, they had a really good scheme coming into this game. Gave us some fits up front with some of their fronts, and it's a good defense. So credit them a little bit, just some things we could take away and work on and get better this week.
How about give us an update on DeSean Jackson, like when he might come back? What the plan is.
Yeah, DeSean, he's still rehabbing. Obviously, he's working. I just met with the medical team, and he's going to do a little more. We're going to push him a little bit more this week to do some more, running and things like that. And we'll see. He's getting close, day by day. And we'll see here, tomorrow and Wednesday and the next day where he's at.
As a head coach, is there when you have a sort of a blowout win, not to be mean about blowout, but is there a part of you that's sort of happy that there are things that you can sort of hammer on the guys that you can do these things better?
Yeah, there are, and that's the thing is, it's never as good as you think and never as bad as you think, but to be able to score twice on defense and then what we did offensively, you can still take away and play better, especially on offense, and so that's something that each. And wins and losses. I mean, wins we say can cover up a lot of flaws, but if we continue, to make the errors or the assignment errors that we did on offense, obviously as we go, we're not going to win those games. But definitely a lot to take away and work on moving forward.
When you brought in DeSean, you talked about how that was kind of an element that had been missing from the offense. How much are you missing that right now without him?
Well, yeah, you miss his explosiveness, obviously, the threat to, stretch a defense, his ability to get open. You miss that, and yet, at the same time though, we can't make excuses for it. We gotta help him get healthy and get back on the field, and then play with the guys we have. We're still, Alshon's been doing a great job. Nelly's been doing a great job. Our two tight ends have been solid. The run game's picked up, so we just got to make that work as well.
In regards to DeSean's abdomen injury, is it a case of whether he needs to have surgery or not? Is it a sports hernia that potentially he needs?
No, nothing like that. Just rehab. Just normal rehab.
So what kind of injury is the abdomen? Is it a strain?
Just a strain.
Okay.
As far as I know, as far as what you might want to ask our doctors, but I'm not a. I'm going to wear a stethoscope in here and a lab coat. I did, but we're talking about him running this week and getting back out on the field.
What's Sidney's status, and do you anticipate him being able to?
Who's that?
Sidney Jones. Do you anticipate him being able to actually get on the field and play Sunday?
Yeah, I anticipate that. We should integrate him more into practice this week. He missed last week, so as far as practice reps go, so we should get him into practice this week and then expect him next Sunday.
How's Darren Sproles, and if he misses time, what's the punt return situation?
Darren's is a little more week to week with his strain, and so we'll work Nelly and Corey back there.
Corey obviously had a mishap yesterday, struggled last year in that role. Are you confident he can be your punt returner?
I am confident, and the reason we just got to get him reps this week. He hasn't, he's missed some time obviously, but he hasn't done enough of it in practice because he's been working special teams in other areas. So we got to get him some reps obviously this week, whether we do it live off of Cam's foot or Jug's machine. Nelly obviously can do it, but I'm confident in him.
Doug, what did the tape tell you about Carson's play?
Carson played good. He did things. He did the things that we asked him to do in this football game. There were a few times where I would like to have seen the ball maybe come out just a touch sooner. But I thought overall he played well. Some things we can clean up with him as well. Tomorrow when the guys come back in, but overall, thought he played good.
You guys have had to play a lot of cornerbacks the last 2 years because of injuries and all that. What can you say about the job that Corey Youngman has done, just getting those guys ready and developing these young guys?
Yeah, it's a credit to Corey and getting these guys prepared, and guys that we just really bring in week one. They not on your practice squad or whatever. But yeah, he's done a great job preparing these guys, and that's part of our jobs as coaches. Is you're coaching everybody, and he's done a good job doing that.
Doug, Derek Barnett has 3 personal fouls, I think, in 5 games this season. Do you or Jim have to talk to him about that? Have you spoken with him? Does he, risk becoming, a guy with a reputation for being a dirty player?
Well, he and I, Derek and I have talked. We talked during the week. We talked during the game yesterday about it. And it's an emotional game, and sometimes things escalate during the game. Having been out there and being around those guys, obviously you don't ever want to be, I don't think, labeled, as one of those type of athletes. But he's aggressive. He plays hard. He plays to the whistle. Not going to take that away from him, obviously, but we just got to be smarter, and it starts with me being, communicating that with the team and being a more disciplined football team that way.
What happened on the penalty that he had on Sunday?
On the interception return.
Yeah.
What I saw on the coach's tape is just that he was in front of the offensive lineman, and they collided, and then he went low on the offensive lineman, and it was away from he didn't need to do it. It was away from the play. We talked about that as soon as he came off the field. He understood that, but it was just a mistake that he didn't need to make.
Are you concerned about Nelly at all? It seems like he's, I don't know if he's pressing. He just doesn't seem like he's been the Nelly we've seen the last couple of years.
No, I'm not concerned with him. We've asked him to do a lot of things, be in kind of multiple roles, and he's handled it well. We had some opportunity yesterday. We just missed, on a couple of shots down the field yesterday. But no, I'm not concerned with him. And as far as the pressing goes, I don't see that, with him. We got a lot of confidence in him, and we're going to continue to, integrate him into the game plan each week.
You had Brandon Graham rushing from the inside again yesterday. You did that a few years ago. Is that how you want to have this going forward? Because he seems to be productive there.
He is productive in there. He's quick in there. Ultimately, I think if you had another tackle, we're missing Tim and Malik, obviously, but if there was another tackle in there, you can keep him on the outside. But it's a good rotation, good mix of moving BG inside. He is productive in there, and so we'll keep him coming there.
Doug, you talked about how tough the Jets' defensive front was, but your offensive line took a lot of penalties, it seemed like. After such a dominant game in Green Bay, were you disappointed in that at all?
Well, you're obviously, disappointed in penalties. You don't want to see that. Again, good front, very strong, very quick off the ball. This was a little more of a penetrating style defensive front than Green Bay. We'll send these clips in like we do every Monday on some of the holds that were called. But to us as coaches, it didn't appear like it was. But we'll coach it up tomorrow when they come in.
There's a pretty good disparity between Jordan Howard and Miles Sanders in terms of their yards per carry. What is your thinking behind pretty much an even distribution of carries between the two?
Yeah, I think obviously I think as we move forward, we still got a lot of season left. I think Jordan has kind of. First of all, it's a good mix of guys. A good mix with those two guys. You're seeing Miles, in the passing game be a little more explosive with some of the down the field throws with him, and with Jordan, he's kind of the guy that you kind of settle down in the run game and give him those touches. He's a between the tackles guy. He's big and powerful, got good vision, and I really think Miles is learning from Jordan. Running the ball, which is a positive, and so I think as we go, Jordan has been kind of the lead, back, the last couple of games, for sure. But, Miles is learning and coming and really happy with both of them.
Doug, there's been no shortage of complaints about the amount of flags that are being thrown, not just in your games, but around the league. I
league-wide.
think Tom Brady said he turned off the TV during one of the broadcasts because there was too many. Do you feel like the NFL's being a little overzealous when it comes to these penalties, particularly holding calls?
Well, I know this. It is tough for the officials. The game's high speed. It's fast. It's aggressive. They're having to look at a lot, and so from that standpoint, things get missed. Things get called that as coaches we probably don't think, or as players we don't think should be called. I mean, it's tough, and we've got to clean up what we can clean up. We control what we can control. And, we talk to our team every week about penalties, and not only penalties that we've committed, but, we show them clips league-wide of things so that we're prepared. And we have to do a better job, preparing our players to not make these fouls in game.
No, just to clarify, are you saying that you would expect Jordan to get a higher percentage of the carries moving forward?
I think moving forward, it's kind of going that way. But again, I can't sit here and tell you if Miles has a hot hand one day that he gets more touches. But right now, that's kind of the trend.
Carson only threw one pass deep yesterday. Was that just a function of the way that the Jets were playing?
I think he had two, both to Nelly.
There was a second one?
There was one up the sideline,
I don't know when you threw the flag.
and then the one
Yeah, okay.
down the middle of the field.
Okay.
So, good observation. One of them was a third and a mile, and opportunity to take a shot, because normally they play the sticks, they kind of level. So Nelly actually ran past the defender on that one. The other one was a called double move to Nelly. Both in the game plan, shots to him. So it was a great opportunity to do that, and just missed on both of them.
If you think back to April when the schedule came out, what was your reaction when you saw 3 consecutive road games?
I was excited.
You were.
Yeah,
Why is that?
get on the road, three great hotels. I mean,
Yeah, because you're the only team in the league
Yeah,
that
no,
has
I mean,
three true
um,
back.
I don't know. I mean, it is what it is. Honestly, I mean, we don't get a chance to make the schedule. We know who our opponents are. We just don't know when and where we play them.
Are you going to do anything different? Because
Did I answer that question?
That helps me. The follow-up's a good one.
The follow-up's a good one. All right.
will you do anything different these next 3 weeks in terms of preparation and travel?
No, because I mean they're all. These next two are obviously with Minnesota, Dallas. They're Central Time Zone games, and Sunday night I think Dallas. So won't do anything different.
Were you ever told an official reason behind the 3 road games in a row from the league? Did the league ever? No.
Your turn. No, I mean it's fine. It is what it is.
What did you make of Minnesota's game yesterday against the Giants? Did you get a chance to look at it?
I looked at it this morning. Very impressed with Minnesota's defensive line. Obviously, they got off the ball extremely fast. They put pressure on Daniel Jones a little bit. I felt too that the Giants' offense missed a couple things, in the game. But overall, Minnesota they came out. Both sides came out very aggressive, as we know, and Dalvin Cook can be very explosive. But defensively, they came out with an aggression. They were on a mission yesterday, obviously, with some of the things that have been going on there. So it's a really good win for them.
Okay.
All right, thanks.
Get rid of that statement.